Hi, I'm Celeste, and welcome to Find Your Purple. Well, this year I am doing the Daily Walk Bible. It walks me through the Bible one day at a time so that by the end of the year you've read the entire Bible, and it gives you messages and insights about what you're going to be reading. I started it in December, and this morning I came across a story of Gideon, and I just thought I would share it with you because it brought back some memories for me. Almost 40 years ago, one of my sisters, now there's 7 kids in our family, and one of my sisters basically sat us all down to tell us that she and her husband had decided they were going to go to Africa on a mission. Now that was just foreign to our family. We hadn't grown up in that kind of thought process. We were raised Catholic, and we've never talked about mission work. No one in the family ever did mission work. And if there were any of the 7 kids that would have been the least likely to do mission work, it would have been Peggy. She was kind of the princess of the family. She was the pickiest eater. She wouldn't eat beans, and she hated bugs. And to think she was going to be going across the world and living in Africa. She told us that she had gotten the calling. Now, my other sister, Teresa, and I giggled at the time, and I'm not sure if we said it in Peggy's hearing or not, but we joked about, well, if God called us, we hung up because, we weren't going to go to Africa. And it made me think of that story when I came across Gideon's story. And I think I would probably react like Gideon did. Gideon is out in the field thrashing wheat. Don't really know what thrashing wheat means, but anyway, he was tending the wheat. And the angel of the Lord comes and basically tells him that he is going to lead the army of Israelites to conquer whatever tribe they were going to conquer at that point in time. Now, Israelites at this point were on the downside. They have been a stubborn group. They fight, the God is with them, and they're worshiping God. The next minute, they're not worshiping God and they're losing. So the Israelites are a pretty stubborn group. Well, Gideon said he's from the poorest group and no one's going to listen to him. But God insists that he is the right one to do the job. So Gideon says, well, okay, God, if you're really God and this is who you say you are, then I'm going to put this fleece on the floor tonight, and in the morning I want to have the fleece wet but the floor under it dry. So the next morning he wakes up and the fleece is so wet he can wring it says a bowl of water out of it, but the ground under it is really dry. And Gideon looks at it and he says, well, don't get mad at me, but I'm going to test you again. This time I want you to make the ground wet and the fleece dry. And lo and behold, the next morning it is as he requested. The fleece was dry and the floor was wet. But that would be, I think, my thinking. If I got a calling that God wanted me to lead the army, and I'm thrashing wheat in a field, I'd want a few tests too. I think there's doubts, and because I always wonder, how do you know it's God? How do you hear that voice in your head, that urging, and know it's not just your imagination or not just what you want to hear? So I think that's something I'm going to have to learn in building my relationship with God. But I think I would be a Gideon that's like, if that's really you, prove it. But it was nice to know that God did prove it to him. Not once, but twice. And as the story goes, Gideon went on and became a great leader and won the battles. But I just thought I'd share it in case any of you are having that voice or wondering if you ever get a calling from God, how are you going to know? And it looks like maybe God will allow us to question it sometimes, or understands that we're not always as sure of things as we would like to be. So I'm still waiting for what that calling will be, but if I get it, I'll let you know. I doubt if I ask for a wet fleece and a dry floor, though. Who knows? So anyway, grab your cup of tea, sit back, and let's start sharing. Until next time, bye-bye.